Hi, my name is Nate. I'm a senior content strategy manager. I started with Google and then I switched to Zoom. For more videos like this, click below. The business problems that these products help us solve is we now live and work and operate in a highly remote capacity. The ability to connect quickly with team members, to conduct meetings online. It's no longer a extra bonus. It's a necessity, and so the ability to have a virtual place to conduct team meetings, to connect meetings with clients. It's a it's now a core piece of our day to day. When comparing the two video platforms, Google and Zoom I think is just better in terms of the overall platform experience. I think it's easier to get a sense of the video that you're seeing is the video that you're projecting on the screen. Zoom has a really high quality from like a video standpoint as it comes out on my computer, and I I think between that that I just have not had nearly as many internet connectivity bandwidth issues on Zoom as I've had with other platforms. I think the thing that Google Hangouts is best for is the integration among like all the other Google products. I still utilize Google Drive, use Google Calendars, and so I think there is a very simplicity to be able to build that's built into the system. So it's easier to kind of do one-click things versus maybe a drag and drop clicking of a Zoom link into a meeting and things like that. So that's kind of, I think, where Google's advantages is in that full suite of package of products that we leverage for other work. Getting started with both of these softwares, I think it was obviously brought about by the pandemic, the change to from a mostly in-person situation to a highly remote or hybrid situation changed our needs very quickly on being able to connect with other people on our team and with other clients or people in different departments that we work with. So it was a pretty quick transition. I think at the very beginning, everyone was just kind of jumping into platforms that could offer a connection space as quickly as possible. And so within that, you kind of learned the strengths and the weaknesses of each platform. You learned how to bring those into different settings. You knew how to integrate them onto calendars or send over meeting invites. And so I think that the transition into it was fairly easy because more of the necessity by nature that it required within our work. The top considerations I would recommend when looking for this type of software is video quality as the first thing. Like, what are you going to be seeing on the screen if you are having to have wanting to have these face-to-face interactions in this virtual setting? You want to make sure that your video quality is able to be both well in terms of what you're putting on the screen as well as what you can see from other people's screens. In that regard, I think Zoom has a higher quality standard. I think that obviously the other piece of that is just kind of the connectivity, the consistency and reliability of when you are on those platforms with multiple people or with one other individual. Are they going to be reliable? Are you going to be able to hear them consistently? Are you going to be able to not have it be choppy? Are they going to be able to hear you? A lot of that comes down to internet, individual internet, but I do feel like there are some that have a higher consistency rate in terms of that being less of an issue than others. And then I think just adaptability and ease of use. There's a lot of platforms out there. I think sometimes it's nice to be using the ones that other people are using because of the requirements of if you do a different direction, you might have to download a new software that nobody else is really using or jump into a new product that maybe you're unfamiliar with. And so I think potentially kind of sticking with some of the big players in the industry is helpful just because it is an easier like one-to-one translatable experience for the other people you're potentially meeting with in those platforms.